Live.
All right, welcome back, everybody. House Energy and Digital Infrastructure. Here today to discuss and vote on H527. And we just had a little tech glitch, but we are voting on draft 5.1, which is dated February 6th at 8:44 a.m. And it is posted on our website and is unchanged from draft 4.1. So, everybody have it?
If I can see what happened, Madam Chair, there were 2 4.1s.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have draft 5.1. So, as folks know, this has been a tough bill. We've taken a significant amount of testimony, and we have heard from a lot of folks and communities all over the state who have testified to their experiences with the Act 248A process and their frustrations with how it works for people. And our goal has been to try to find a balanced path forward that acknowledges that there's a public good and a public benefit in putting up cell towers. People want to be connected at their homes and in their communities and in rural parts of the state and all over the state. So folks want to see cell towers go up, but citizens and municipalities want to make sure that they have a meaningful say in where they go and how they're sited. And I think that we've focused a lot of our listening on hearing from those folks and trying to respond. So the bill that we wound up developing with input from a lot of people will recommend or request or require actually the PUC to hold 2 public workshops on this issue and make sure that not just the telecom companies are there at these workshops, but also that most importantly, I think that the Vermont League of Cities and Towns is represented at the workshops. The regional planning commissions are there. Vermonters for a Clean Environment is there. The Department of Public Service, the Department of Public Safety, the Agency of Natural Resources, and any other relevant stakeholders. So at these public workshops, we developed a very specific list of things that we want to make sure that the PUC and all of these folks who participate in the workshops really dive into and try to make progress on. And so that is everything from the advance notice process to the procedures for contested cases. And we have a long list of things that we're directing the PUC to take a serious look at on pages 2 and 3. And to come back to the legislature with recommendations and an overview of the process and a description of changes that they might have just gone ahead and made to the 248A. So because we gave them a very significant homework list, we have decided that giving them only 6 months to get that done from whenever this bill passes is not enough time. So we've proposed extending their deadline to December 2027 and rolling out the sunset 1 additional year to match, so to 2030. So that's sort of the core of what we're trying to accomplish here. I think the important thing to understand, and then I'll turn it over to our bill reporter. I think the most important thing to understand is that the journey of this bill is far from over. We've been working on it for 5 weeks. I think it's really important that we get it to the Senate. The Senate's going to have a very, I don't doubt, a very different approach. And the same testimony and the same stakeholders and the same conversation will be happening on the other side of the hall, and we'll see what they come up with. And it could be, they could like our work. They could take it in a different direction, or they could take it in a very different direction. So one of my goals is to get this bill moving along so that conversation can continue. And so that there's plenty of time at the end of the session to try to reconcile whatever the Senate does with where we landed. So Rep. Sibilia is going to be reporting the bill. Anything to add?
You covered the two extensions, both to the sunset and how much time the PUC should have for their work. And then in addition, we removed B2, which had the federal preemption language. Other than that,
So yeah, like I said, this has been a tough one. I think everybody's been really engaged. Really grateful to all the folks who came and spoke with us, especially folks who never testified before the legislative committee before, and all the people who submitted public comment. And we worked hard to try to strike a balance between, the many Vermonters who want cell coverage in their homes and in their communities, and the many Vermonters who think that 248A isn't working as it should. So I guess, I don't know if folks want to have comments they want to make, or they want to have a bit of discussion. Or if not, I'm happy to entertain a motion to pass our bill as amended.
I move a report the bill as amended, 5.1 as amended, favorably.
Discussion? Okay.
I'll send it.
Okay.
I don't think we need one, but that's
All righty. Over to the clerk.
good. So, Representative Bailey,
No.
Representative Campbell,
Yes.
Representative Howland,
No.
Slepter, absent. Representative Morrow,
Yes.
Representative Spelia,
Yes.
Representative Southwood.
No, and I request to explain my vote.
I don't think you have to do that here, but
I request it.
heard.
Thank you.
Representative Torrey, Representative James.
Yes.
Then, our vote was 5-3-1, and the reporter is
Thanks. All right. I'll let the clerk's office know that we voted this out of committee, and Rep. Southworth.
Thank you. I believe there are issues with the citing process. I'm very concerned that Vermonters who this directly affects are being heard, are able to be heard. I'm not convinced that the current process will be enhanced by our recommendations in the bill. Revisiting the current statute to me is the correct answer. And that is why I voted no.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Thanks so much, everybody. And this bill has a long way to go. I think we can go off live, and we are back at 3:30 to talk about data centers.